Hello and welcome. This is another video by Sigbrand. Today I'm going to do something a little different instead of a review or a gameplay look. Today I'm going to just be doing a tips and tricks tutorial video on the Raptor and Primal Carnage. I've gotten pretty good with the Raptor and I think I've got plenty to share. I can usually top the charts just behind the T-Rexes in points and kills. So without further ado, let's get to it. We're going to start with a clip of me here on the airbase and just a little bit Raptor one-on-one. Your main focus is going to be staying outside the group and just preying on individuals, because of course once you leap on them, if there's no one around to shoot you off of them, then that's a free kill so long as you have enough stamina. Do know, if you don't, that if you run out of stamina while you're on somebody, that you will fall off of them and then they'll have the opportunity to kill you, and it'll be pretty easy normally, especially if they have a shotgun. Like I said, you're going to want to run around and try to pick up individuals. You're going to let the T-Rexes and the Carnotauruses and the Delos deal with like the main group. Just keep an eye out for people that the pterodactyls spot for you, and just run around kind of outside where you know spawns are and run towards health and ammo packs, because humans will undoubtedly run to those when they need to refill. And you'll be able to pick off quite a few enemies, as you can see here, and rack up quite a few kills for your team. And it's really quite better most of the time to work opposite, the large group, but you can join up with, like you see I'm running with a T-Rex here. You have to worry about the danger of running with a T-Rex, is most people that play T-Rex are not aware of how much their size gets in the way of other dinosaurs. You see I'm just kind of bouncing off from here, and you can use his size to your advantage just because he'll be a great distraction, and while you can jump into a group of 2 or 3 people, you'll still be able to take one of them down, because the T-Rex will keep the others from being able to shoot you off most of the time. The thing you will have to deal with, though, is almost all T-Rex players are very, very, very greedy with their kills, so they will easily just push you out of the way so that they can grab them up with their mouth rather than allowing you to jump on them and get the quick kill. But I mean, it's something to deal with. You'll get a little frustrated over it, but you'll get over it. Here, this is me getting shot. Basically, whenever you're faced into a one-on-one confrontation with no stamina, you can't jump on them. You're just going to want to run around them like crazy, back and forth, and try and bite them. That way they can't get enough shots off on you. Unfortunately, if this was someone else who had an assault rifle or something like that, I probably would have already been dead. But then again, I wouldn't have no stamina if that was the case as well. One thing you definitely want to watch out for when you're going back to feed and things like that, you're already one of the lower spectrum of healths, so you want to be careful, because humans will camp individuals. 1 or 2 of them will just camp by your health stations and sit there trying to kill unsuspecting dinosaurs. Of course, I mean, that doesn't usually work out for them, because a T-Rex will come along and then there's 2 dead guys and a full T-Rex, but it can work out for them for a while, as they just pick off smaller dinosaurs when they come back to refuel, because they're already low on health and they don't have that much health to begin with. As you see, you will spend a decent amount of time just scouting around, but that's an opportunity you really have to take there. If you ever see a Delo blind someone, just immediately jump on them, provided there's not too many people around the area. Here, I'm going to try and jump on him and miss, and that's going to be good for me, because what I don't know is there's another guy near him. You just saw that gunshot, so it's better for me to run away here, especially because I had next to no stamina already. But I just waited around for a little bit, and here comes the guy single, and I'm able to get him now. And when I go back, that doesn't end up well for me, but the map ends, and now we're on to a new map. This map is kind of the same thing as the other one. You can't stealth as well, so you want to, if you run into a group of them, or you run into a guy and he notices you, you're going to be better off if you just kind of run around him in large circles to where he doesn't know where you're at. This map is also a lot better if you want to work with your fellow dinosaurs, just 1 or 2 of them on the outskirts. You can, if you want to, join the group, but you have to be very careful. The dynamics are much different. You're really just going to go in and you're going to be a distraction so that the bigger dinosaurs can get their kills. You're not going to be able to perform any jumps, and you're just going to have to use your roar and go in and do some damage. You will get kills that way, but your kills will nowhere near be as high. But of course, you'll be playing more of a support role at that point and just helping the other guys. But if you wanted to play a support role, you're better off being a Delo, because you'll help more as a Delo than you will as a Raptor, unless there's just a massive group of humans. And if there is, hopefully you can get 5 or 6 raptors with you, and with 5 or 6 raptors just chomping away at a bunch of humans grouped together, that's not good, especially if you've got T-Rexes and stuff going as well. Here I kind of spell my own death. I run into too many of them, and while I'm able to take one down, the other one just guns me down. When you're alone, especially on a map that's not dark like this one, you're not going to want to try and take on a group larger than one person. Beware of flares. If someone pops out a flare, you generally just want to run the other direction, because that'll spell your death. You're not going to be able to land your lunges most of the time when someone throws out a flare. And also be careful about using your sprint, because as I said before, if you run out of stamina, you can't jump on people, and that basically is going to spell the end of you. Here I get shot. I ran into a group of 2 snipers. I didn't know there was 2 scientists there. And you're going to die sometimes. You just kind of have to accept that. Whenever you run into a group like this, your best option is just to run away as fast as you can and try to find either someone that you can jump on who will regain your health, or try to find the health. I know the health is somewhere around the outside here, but I've kind of lost my bearings from running away, so I'm going to be running around the outside here for a while just searching for the dinosaur for me to gain health from. But then I spot this guy over here who I think I can get some easy health from, but generally when you're low health, don't try and jump on pyros. That's not going to work out well for you, because they can, flame you, and before your lunge completes, you're dead. And that's just not good, because I could have survived that easily if I hadn't been greedy and tried to kill him instead of just searching for the health pack. Here, like I said before, I just went straight away from the health pack. I would have, or the flare, I would have died here if not for that T-Rex coming to save me. So I just kind of want to regain my stamina and get away from that. Running around up here on this map is a good thing, a good place to just search out enemies to pick off. I think I spelled my death again here just because there was a large group nearby, but I didn't realize it. While you will die a decent number of times when playing a Raptor, you will get a lot of kills as well, and it's generally worth it, because while you're dying, you're not running into the group and just sacrificing yourself. If you do happen to run into a big group, just here I've used my roar and just sort of tried to run and jump around and get as much damage on them as possible. But it's better not to go in and try and make sure you get kills, but rather just to run away when you get low on health if you can, especially once your stamina starts coming back and your roar wears off, because you don't want to give a kill away, especially if you haven't gotten any, and getting one is not 100%. Of course, when you're searching for a health pack, it's always better if you can land a good jump on somebody, but be careful when you're being greedy and when you've legitimately got a good chance to kill them very easily, because like you saw before, I didn't do very well. And here you can see my score. I'm pretty high up there. Of course, as a Raptor, you're never going to beat the T-Rexes. It's just not going to happen. They'll always get more kills from you because they're going into the main group. They can get 2 to 3 kills at a time. Here's an even brighter lit map than the last one. Here you're really going to have to rely on just trying to sneak through the grasses. A good place to get people is not on this bridge for a Raptor. It is for a pterodactyl, but not as much for a Raptor. So while they are exposed, you are super exposed and you can get shot by anybody. Around the rocks and the big foliage is really where you're going to get your kills here. But this particular map, I happen to be with a pretty uncooperative team. The team effort didn't go very well over in the big fight over there, and we ended up just not getting a lot of kills. I guess the humans just banded together really well. But as you see, especially in a map where your team is not doing very well, you're still better off running around than joining the group. Because joining the group, you're kind of just joining a losing effort, but if you're running around the outside skirting, trying to get individuals, you're getting more points. If you can, it is really great, especially in these situations, to run with a pack. 2 or 3 Raptors is really the best, and then you can all just, one of you can jump, and the other 2 can chip away at their health, so you get off of them really fast and they'll have a chance to get shot off. Or, let's say there's 3 enemies, you can take them all down at once, so if the enemies are forming like mini groups, you're still able to take them down. There's not much on the technical aspect with Raptors. It's really just your strategical aspect of, where to go and who to kill. You just have to play to get used to it. You have to know when you're gonna have enough stamina, and you have to know, like, you kind of have to have sometimes a sixth sense of when other people are around. Keep your sound up high, you'll be able to hear gunshots and things like that. As you just saw when I pulled up the interface, my team is not doing very well. I don't know if you're able to read that in a short amount of time. But yeah, my team is not doing very well on this map, and I'm just doing my best to grab a couple kills. I'm up there in the kills, but that's just because the team isn't doing well at all. I'm one of our major kill sources, and for me to be second on the list is not good. Normally I feel like this map favors dinosaurs, but of course if you got a good human team and they sit at that one ledge, it's really hard for the pterodactyls to get in there. There's no good swoop because of all the trees in the way, and it's also hard for the T-Rexes and the Carnotauruses to get a good run through there, just because they've got the ledge up there where a lot of them can be safe, and it's not very easy to maneuver a Carnotaurus or a T-Rex through that little narrow spot without dying. But like I said before, on this map you're just going to want to skirt like every other map. Try to keep to the foliage, try to stay away from the cliffs because that makes you an easy target. You can even, crouch and move around that way if you want to approach your target, though I never really use that. I always find it's better just to sprint towards them and jump, because if there's other people around, there's no need trying to crouch and sneak around them anyways, because they're just going to make so much noise when I jump on them and they're going to know that I'm there. One last thing that I kind of want to cover that I don't think I've covered yet in this video, and I don't think there's any specific instances of it in this video, is just that do be aware there is a glitch with the Raptor. You can have full stamina and jump on somebody sometimes, and they'll just kind of like do this weird looking animation where they slide up and out from under you, and then they're able to shoot you again. There's really nothing you can do about it. It's nothing that's under your control. There's also another glitch where you'll jump on somebody and just kind of bounce off of them. Sometimes it has to do with the pyros. Their lasting damage ticker is still counting on you, so you're not able to pin them down because you are taking the fire damage. But other times, I've been attacking just random people, and I'll literally just bounce off of their sprite. It's just something you have to get used to and forget about. It will frustrate you though. But I hope you've picked up some good tips and tricks for being a raptor, and I like making this video. Soon I'll put up some tutorials of some other dinosaurs. But like I said, my favorite is really the raptor, and this is probably the best tutorial I'm going to put up. Thanks for watching, and I hope you subscribe. There'll be some new videos coming along soon.